Right. Hello. Right, as you can see, this isn't moving. And I don't know if it's because of the weight of this rod, the ice in it, or this suspension isn't as good as they look. Maybe they're great on smaller grid.
Fuel low.
Fuel low.
Fuel critical.
So maybe they're great on small grid because small grid's lighter. By the way, hope the sound is coming through okay. If it is, thanks very much Engineered Coffee for the tips and links that you gave me. And anyone that's watching this video, if you still haven't seen Engineered Coffee, which I say is have, go and check him out. He's brilliant. Right, well, yeah, so I don't know if it's to do with the weight of that or the suspension, because it doesn't want to move at all. Now, I've tried everything off camera to get this thing to go, and the only thing that seems to work is taking the custom suspension off and putting the original vanilla suspension back on. That seems to be the only thing that works to get it to move. And even at that, it still takes a slow movements. But what I might do anyway to lighten this trailer a bit is I'm going to take out this whole section here. We're going to put in a combination of hydrogen tanks and O2 generators to try and shift all that ice a bit quicker. So let's get started. Now, what's that? Okay. No, I'm probably not going to record all this because I'm sure no one wants to see me grinding this down. So we'll jump back when it's finished or midway through if anything interesting happens. Right now, so that's this bit done. Let's get our hydrogen tanks. Which do I have them? Oh, no, I don't. Yeah. Actually, hang on a sec. If we go there like that. There we go. There like that. Wait now, I think we'll go with the 4 like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, let's weld these up. So, block tools. There we go. So I'm gonna put this down here. I'm gonna go with a welder. Right, so I'm going to get an O2 generator. We're going to place it in here. Like so. We build that up. Like so. We're gonna get another O2 generator and we're gonna do the same thing. Right, turn this welder on, let's see what happens. The stem tail built. And we'll like this. Why stand that up with it? Well, both them together. Yeah, there we go. Let's build them. And that's that done. No, it's not. What are you missing? Shit, put them into production. Put them into production. Put that back down there. There's 3 built. That's building that at the moment, so let's get some conveyors on. So we need more O2 generators, let's see. Right, we're gonna need to get some iron. What have we got here? Oh, energy is critical. Let's get some power. I like this new block. Right. Are they getting filled right? They are. Right, that's that bit done. That's annoying me, it's out too far, didn't center it. Not too late now. Right, now, let's see. Are these filling up? Yes, they are. 5 hours till they're full. There we go. Actually, what I'm hearing was I fill up my bottles. Now, here we go. Right, how long is it going to take now? 4 hours, 57 minutes. I need to get as much of this hydrogen processed as possible. 4 hours. What's this one? Well, this one's half full. This one's going to be done at hour 19. And this one, 2 hours 36 minutes. What do we do? What do we do? No, there's no power on this thing anymore. Right, I tell you what, we'll come back when I'll go and do stuff in the real world, and we'll come back when that hydrogen is refined. When we're looking for. Bed. Oh, I will still run out of oxygen, won't I? I know I'm not online here. So why don't I just... Now, that's that done. And we will sit in this. And we will wait. I'll be back in a bit.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna get a couple of jetpacks. I'm gonna get a couple more hydrogen bottles. I'm actually gonna go exploring. I might check out those security posts down there. They're not too far away. I'll go to that processing plant. That's gonna be friendly first. So let me get some hydrogen. Right. I'm gonna put this stuff in there. That's the wrong button. And let's head to, where is it? This one. Oh no, it's not friendly, it's red. It's gonna shoot me. Right. Those parallax normally have inhibitors on them that'll kill you. Right, we were heading southeast. So I'm gonna fly southeast for a bit and see what's down there. There's another patch over here. Let's check it out. Nickel. Cobalt. We'll do a bit of recon. Probably get on the move with that. Just while it's just while it's lying in this low there, converting all that ice to hydrogen. Right, be back in a minute to see if we find something interesting. Don't tell me that's an oasis. All the trouble I went to back there, and that's an oasis. Is it? Yeah. Fuck's sake. Oh, well, you live and learn. Right, let's keep going. See, the more I move as well, the more it's going to force stuff to spawn in. So we'll just fly out here. we get down to 1.5 bottles. Oh, we're still on 3 deaths. All through my own fucking stupidity. Sorry, all through my own stupidity. Crashing into the ground and running out of hydrogen. So we have to head northwest to go back. Right. Down to 2 bottles now. When that bottle's at 50%, we'll head back. Like shadow. I think I have to come up far enough. I think we'll head back now. Just come over this hill first and see if there's nowhere here. It's going to be an interesting way to travel.
Low.
Right, let's head back. We'll go northwest back. Right, so we'll head straight back to base. I should run out of hydrogen just as I get back to base. My calculations are correct. Oh, there's a new outpost over there. Hey, no, listen to spawns. I think I must have losing myself. I'm gonna head this way. What's that frontier outpost? Oh no, I'm over here. Come on. Okay, I must have losing myself. Oh, jeez, I completely flew the wrong way altogether. I'm going now for hydrogen soon. Processing plant. Right, I'm heading the right direction. Just watching that bottle down my left hand corner. Right, is this my mountain? Great. Alright, there we go. There's my ship there. Oh. Inventory. What am I doing? Oh, 11% left in my bottle. I was lucky. Right, that is going to be going 47 minutes. That's going to be full. What? Why is that bad? This time filling. It's going to be under an hour. Right, ship is running out of power. Let me do all these O2 generators. Right, what way are we looking here? This one's going to be full in 15 minutes. Did I hear a drop? I did. Let's go and get that. We'll go and get this drop. There we go. Cow boots. Right, here's the cargo container on this. There's her. Magnesium and silicon. And we're going this down. Turn off all the wheels as well, because they're using power as well, isn't they? Turn them all off. Save power. Alright. 18 minutes. What do you charge in 2 hours? So let's charge them all up. Should be a warfare battery as well, shouldn't it? Oh, warfare battery incomplete. What's that? Oh. Yeah, it's under a grid. Let's go and fix that. Oh. Where is it? It is. Yeah, it's there. Right. How are we getting out? 2 hours. What I'll do is I'll fill these 6 hydrogen tanks and whatever ice is left I'm gonna dump. Right, we've done what we can here with the trailer. So all the ice is now being processed into hydrogen, which should hopefully lighten the trailer a good bit. Yep. Okay, shadow approaching ground. Okay, nothing to do with me. At the moment now, the whole rig weighs over 1 million kilos, so that's a lot. Even especially for the likes of just these wheels and even just the vanilla wheels, it's a lot. It won't pull. It's too heavy. So we're gonna try and get these 6 hydrogen tanks filled, and whatever ice is left, we're gonna dump. Now, I was saying previously that I was gonna take these off because although I like these, I like the look of this compact custom suspension that Quantum Chief done on one of his videos, and I just basically copied them. I looked it up, but I think, again, I could be wrong, and if Quantum Chief sees this, correct me in the comment section. But I think it's just more suitable for more suited for a small grid, because I know the travel on the suspension isn't the best with this system. It's also having a lot of trouble gripping and pulling that trailer along because of the weight. You know what I mean? You can't, I know all the way across the ground because the wind turbine's up. But like, even when it's on the ground, a lot of the wheels don't hit the ground, so you still have trouble getting grip and maintaining a footing. So instead of reverting back to the vanilla suspension, I'm actually going to redo the custom suspension. So, and I'm going to put the suspension on that's fairly similar to Quantum Chief's big rover, the Phoenix, that he has. Just a smaller version of the suspension because he was doing 5x5s. I'm going to use 3x3s. Like Quantum had myself and I don't know on his world when he was doing that ship, redesigning his bedroom, and you know what I mean. Thank you for having us there, Quantum. If you're watching this, we really enjoyed it. But like, if Quantum is watching this, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about this suspension here being more suited for a small grid rather than a large grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually technically going to do, well, no, I'm not going to do anything. It's still going to be right. We're going to have to jack this right up to get this new suspension on, and I'll have to do it in 2 sections. Yeah, because the pistons won't lift all this up together. You know, so right. So let's get started, right? And when I start grinding the wheel, I'll tell you what we'll do now. I'm going to grind all the wheels off now. I'll probably just do a jump cut. You don't need to see me doing that. And I'm going to place all the hinges in where the new suspension is going to be going. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, so that's all the hinges welded up now. So that's basically where the suspension arms are going to be going on this ship. On this ship we're going to have, when it's attached to that, a 7-block space. Actually a little bit more than 7-block space, would be a 9-block space. And then we're going to have the suspension arm here, maybe about here or here, and the suspension arm on the back here. We're going to have it at the very back, but we'll get to that bit later on. Now I need to raise this up in order to... Oh, do I need to raise it? Actually, I don't need to raise it. Wait, we'll be back in a minute. I was going to name all these pistons, set them all to 45 degrees. And that's why I love this this build vision and build info mod. They're great. They are so much easier for naming. Why didn't that move? Meteor storm in, but no, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if a meteor storm come in and actually hit one of the Parallax ships. Might get me out the planet a bit quicker. Alright, there's a small meteor storm. Right, now what I need to do is get some blast door blocks. That's not here, so blast. I'm gonna go like this with them. Maybe one not, because... So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Keep them on the same one. Actually, the wrong way around. And the pointy bit facing forward for aesthetics. Remove these temporarily. I can put them back at a later stage.
Meteor storm inbound.
There was literally one there a minute ago. Why is there another one coming in? Like seriously, not even 5 minutes has passed since the last meteor start shower. Oh, there's no signal. Something wrong with that. See if we can get it before it hits the ground. There we go. Now, let's get back to what I'm doing. Let's do it again. So that's all the suspension arms on. Now, what we need to do now is get that block. Let me go. We need one space. Right, then we're going to add a suspension wheel here. Right, now we weld this up. Oh, want to do is I want to actually... Right, we need to turn off steering, turn off propulsion, turn off brakes, turn off that. I leave air shock on. If you want to get this strength, you put the strength at about the power. Power can go. I'll put the strength at about 50 temporarily. We can change all that. I want to bring the wheel up all the way temporarily. Just get the arm back in place. I want to put the friction down to 0. We don't have any friction on this wheel. Right, now we need to get this. We need to go 45. No, I won't. Bring this back. Oh, that suspension is in the wrong spot. Right, now what I want to do is I want to get another hinge. There we go. And we put one here. One. I need to raise this ship up. Give me a piston. I'll put a piston right here. I suppose put a landing gear to bring up fire as well, yeah.
Energy low.
Let me throw some blocks in the wheels here. So this doesn't roll when I disconnect. Right, I want to disconnect this. Detach. I'm gonna grind this stuff all together. It's not gonna be getting changed. Right now, let's raise this up. Right, so that piston is wanting to go down, won't move. So we are going to hit 1. No, that's the wrong button. There we go. Let this lift up all the way. What's wrong with this? Oh, battery. No, let that keep breaking down that. No, I might do temporarily because there's not enough power on that battery. I am going to throw just a temporary wind turbine on this. Landing gear on it. And there we go. Select the ground. Wind turbine's turning. This is getting power. Right, we're good. How high is this? Might be high enough, we'll see. Right, so what we want to do is we need steel. Let me get that there. We want we attach this here now. So that's basically all attached now. Okay, so let's get welded here. We'll weld this up. There we go. 6 of them. Nice. Now, there's two reasons why I'm using the blaster blocks for these instead of normal block. One, that's stronger than normal armor block, and two, the hitbox on them is smaller as well, so you have less chance of these two blocks clanging out together because the hitbox is smaller. Right, so that's that. So next on the agenda now is we're going to get a rotor. We're going to put a rotor right here, like so. And we're going to weld this up before we add any more block to it because it will just spin around. Right, so that's that bit done. Right, so we want to get our blaster blocks again. Again, I'm using blaster blocks because they're stronger, so we're going to go 7. And we want this square block, we want to go like so. And then we're going to go one, two. And we're going to go 1, 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to stick with the compact wheels because I actually quite like the compact wheels. So we're going to go one wheel there. We're going to go one wheel there. Oh, jeez, now that stopped very quickly. Now, right, so we're going to weld all this up now. Actually, there's another thing you can do on this as well. Like, I have only the 2 wheels on the outside here, but if I wanted, could change this out. Can you put it on that, can you? See, I could actually put that there like that as well. Have 2 sets of wheels in there. On all of them. Just giving me extra traction. But what I could also do is take this block out and put a rotor here. And then limit the rotor so it doesn't spin completely all the way over. And what that'll enable us to do is when I'm going over uneven ground as well, these 2 wheels can camber this way. And the 4 wheels can go that way as well. They can do it on the one so they can all basically camber in a different direction. I think camber's the right word. Could be wrong. Well, I don't know what sort of materials we have, so we're just going to go with the 2 wheels like this at the moment. If I want to change it down the line, we can change it and put extra wheels on it. Plus, the more wheels you have, the more power your grid uses as well, so we need to be careful with that. Right, so that's basically the core suspension built. Well, no, it's not. Hang on a sec. We need to add in. We need to put this here. We need to put this here. And what this does is, what this allows us to do is that suspension travel there controls the rotation of the arm here and here. And again, if you want to see how these things are made, go on over to Quantum Chief. He has some fairly good videos on explaining the whole mechanism of it. He's much better at this than I am. I'm literally only new to the custom suspension scene. Right, now what you want here is where you want these blocks hitting the arm here. You want them sitting on the arm. So we're going to lower these down. It hits the arm there. We want the strength on this to be the same thing here. Right, steering off. Position off. Off, 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 and off. Right, so we're going to do the same thing here. Off, 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 on. Need that on. Now what we also need to do is come down here and turn this rotor off. Because that rotor needs to roll through that, and you see that now. That's at a slight angle there now as well. And we can adjust all that. Now what we need to do as well is turn all these off bar 1 for now. I'm going to leave the top one on. Right, now have I set the suspension? Steering off, off. Motion. Power. Strength. I'm going to set this strength down to about 20%. That's wrong, right? Might offset. Let me sort that out. Like I said, friction should be at 0. Right now, and that's basically that suspension system done there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to build all this suspension up and we'll be back when it's finished. Now, that's that bit done. We get the rotor on as well. That's the wrong fucking block, you dozy bastard. And that's that one set. Right. So here's the moment of the truth. This is getting lowered down to the ground now. So let's keep your fingers crossed it doesn't collapse. When the wheels hit, we'll grind this off. That piston could nearly stay there, couldn't it? Nah, we'll take it off. Right. Now, I'm going to need the way to get up into that in case I die. There we go, here. There we go there. That should be alright, shouldn't it? Yeah, I don't think that'll hit the ground. Right now, the next thing on the agenda is to maneuver this into position, get this up off the ground, and do the same thing to that. Let's see if we can. Right, says me way up into it.
Energy low.
We need to greeble this up a little bit now so it doesn't look too bad. Oh wait now. No, one more. Right, can you climb up into this? No, you can't. That'd be alright. Right, now, let's test this out. Wait, which wheels need to be what way? I forgot to set me right height on the wheels, and I'll have to fix that. Well, the best thing about this is I can just raise this arm up, I'll set everything out, and I'll raise that arm up, and I'll sort it out. But I need to turn off all these rollers. I forgot to turn them off. There's another major shower in, like, literally one was only happened there a couple of minutes ago. Right, I'm gonna have to grind these wheels down. And what I've noticed as well with this game is when the meteors hit, this little crater creates, wheels don't actually like going over it, whether they're on a rotor or a hinge or their standard vanilla wheels. They don't like driving into this. So like I wasn't even moving 10 meters a second when this happened, but I reckon that has to do with me right height to fix all that. I thought I filled myself with hydrogen. Did I forget to take the tanks back out? Yep. Where am I? I'm full. Now to grind this down. Well, I think the best way to lift this up is to use the suspension. Before I do that, I'm going to fix the ride height and all those other wheels. Right. Okay. It's the 3x3. There we go. Right, and it's the, what am I looking for? Height offset. The strength needs to go up a touch there. Probably go about there. Right. Right, now let's try and fix this. Okay. Might want to drop this one down. I do that by just changing this. Right, so that's this done now. There's the suspension all built. And I had my teammate in my ear on Discord talking me through how to do all the settings, because like I said, I'm not a custom suspension builder. So that's basically it. I think we'll call it a night now, and we'll come back and we will do the trailer next time. Otherwise this video is going to be running well over an hour. Right, so that's it for today. We'll be back next week. So as usual, if you like what you're seeing, give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and if you have something to say, just comment down there in the comment section below. I'll see you all next week. Thank you very much for watching.